Moments from now, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present her 9th union budget at a time when India is growing faster than any major economy, yet facing global headwinds. Remember, the economic survey projects growth of 6.5 to 7%, but also flags weak consumption, food inflation, risks, and concerns over the quality of jobs. This budget is therefore not just about numbers, it is about direction. Will the government stay the course on the CAPEX-led growth or shift focus to consumption relief? Will fiscal discipline hold or give way to political pressure? Remember, last year's budget laid the foundation. This will decide whether growth translates into lived prosperity. The economic survey has given the diagnosis. The question is, will this budget deliver that prescription? You're watching a special coverage on India Today on the union budget. But first up, there's a piece of breaking news that is coming in now. All eyes are on the union budget. In an hour and a half from now, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will leave her home and head straight to Kartavya Bhavan. That will be where the first photo opportunity will happen with Finance Minister and the entire team which has drafted this budget. Will this budget be about jobs, infrastructure, political SOPs as well in 5 poll-bound states? Remember, there are 5 states which go to polls in the next 2.5 months. Finance Minister's vision of growth will become clear, but the big takeaway will also be about Part B of the speech of the budget. Part B of Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's speech, which is going to be longer perhaps. That will be read again by the Finance Minister. This is for the first time it is happening in all these 75 years. Remember, the first budget, of course, was presented in independent India in 1947. And the question is, she is all set to present the budget in Parliament in few hours from now. The budget speech, of course, is going to begin at 11 a.m., wherein the Finance Minister will be laying out the key economic figures and the government's development plans for the upcoming fiscal year. But in what will be a marked shift from what we have seen in all the budgets presented by multiple finance ministers since independence would be that she will be speaking about the Part B of this budget. And that's where the details of the custom reforms are likely to come from. That's where the details of the reform express of the Modi government is likely to come from. Remember, this is the budget which is expected to accelerate India's journey towards Viksit Bharat 2047, coming at a time when the rupee has hit an all-time low and the economy is battling global uncertainties. There are external factors at play, like the US tariffs and geopolitical tensions. Finance Minister may focus on simplifying regulations and pushing structural reforms to attract domestic and foreign investment. That's going to be the big takeaway. And despite the tight purse strings, the Finance Minister is expected to cut spending and may include new measures, particularly for the 5 poll-bound states, where the mother of all battles will be playing out in the next 2 months, ladies and gentlemen. That's West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Assam. As we have seen in the past, when the focus was on poll-bound states, particularly Bihar, and also an effort to reach out again to the NDA partners, which included Chandrababu Naidu's Andhra Pradesh. So, what are the big pillars on which this budget is likely to rest? What should we be seeing as the big takeaways? But first up, let's go straight to where Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman lives. That is her residence. I'm going to bring in Piyush Mishra now. Karishma Asudani is joining me from Finance Ministry. Remember, Finance Ministry has shifted now from a North Block to Kartavya Bhavan. And that's where the photo opportunity is likely to happen. Karishma, you're looking bright this Sunday morning, the first budget ever to be presented on a Sunday. That's where Finance Minister is going to be doing the first photo opportunity with the entire team which has drafted the budget.
Well, Marya,
Karishma, if you heard me.
This is a new venue new team of Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and the same old process of budget, but with a twist, with the flavor of more importance given to Part B, which you also mentioned, of course, about Marya. And let me bring this straight to our viewers that the average 80-minute speech that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman usually delivers on a budget day has about 35 minutes that's denoted to Part B, which consists of direct and indirect taxes. But this time, while the focus is going to be more on Part B, we are expecting big reforms coming out of the indirect taxation. And this is how the government is playing out its deregulation part, which has also been discussed at international platforms, where IMF has also shared that Indian government now moving towards deregulating and simplifying its already existing reforms is only a way that it's paving towards its growth path of 2047. So expect a lot of big bang reforms today coming on customs front, also because India has been at the cusp of signing many trade deals, and 2025-2026 is the year where amidst all the geopolitical action and external headwinds, India is taking its own little silver lining out there by diversifying its markets and making its relationships stronger on the trade front. So today's expectation of the union budget is going to be on simplifying its customs reforms, on simplifying regulations pertaining to import tariffs, and making trade deals easier and flexible and better for the countries. Besides that, of course, expect a strong economic reform policy towards 2047, stronger financials in terms of its fiscal path that the Finance Minister, of course, has been reiterating for years.
Okay, so Karishma has given us one of the big talking points which was likely to emerge. Karishma, they're speaking about the custom reforms. Remember, there has been enough and more indications which has come in from multiple quarters, and that has been the feedback which has come in also from the industry, that custom reforms must be brought in, because it's getting difficult for the businesses to come to India despite FTAs. Remember, in the last 1.5 years alone, close to 6 free trade agreements have been inked. I had spoken to Commerce and Industry Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, who had spoken about what is going to be the likely direction as far as the industry is concerned.